Let me tell you why most real estate teams fail. No expectations, no accountability, and no structure. When I built my team to $1.87 million commission in the third year, the secret was not talent. It was systems and clarity. In this video, I'm breaking down the daily KPIs, the weekly rhythms, and the 90-day review for you to succeed. If you want your team members to actually produce rather than drag you backwards, stick around. This video will give you the structure they need to win. Section 1, hire slow, test hard. One of the biggest mistakes is not team building, it's hiring the wrong person and then trying to fix them at a later time. One of the important things that we've picked up is that we need to interview enough candidates before we select an associate to work on our real estate team. I would recommend to interview at least 4 or 5 potential candidates before you make a decision, because the worst thing is you pick the first guy, you think he's amazing, and then 6 months later you decide, okay, no, this isn't working out. Maybe I should have interviewed a few more people to get an idea of who is out in the marketplace. Very important to get a wide number of people that you're speaking to, because then you'll be able to choose the right type of person based on what you're looking to achieve. One of the very interesting things that we've done is we do 45-minute sessions with a potential hire in just calling. Let's say a person wants to join our team, we'll sit down with them for 45 minutes and then we'll just do some cold calling with them. We'll see how their scripts are, their dialogues, their confidence. If they're going to be on the doors and door knocking, then we'll say, look, we're going to do some door knocking. Let's go out in the field and do some door knocking. And look, if the person gets the door and they're all nervous and they're mumbling and they don't know how to just connect with the client, then you're going to realize this is what day one looks like. If this person is so nervous and so tough to call or door knock initially, just imagine how tough it's going to get them to a certain level. So we really want to try get people that have the natural ability to try and connect with people rather than a very tough forced ability. And the other things that we're going to test during this is just to see their coachability. We're going to give them a recommendation. Are they going to follow it? How quick can they see what they're doing wrong, or you give them a recommendation and they fix it? That's a show of intelligence. So intelligence is the really dumb people. One thing happens and we tell them what to do and they don't change their behavior and they keep doing the same thing and nothing ever changes. So that's the measure of intelligence and coachability with a person. That is very, very important. Section 2, clarity beats motivation. Most team leaders don't have a motivation problem. They have a clarity problem. Every single associate needs to know what's a good day look like, what's a bad day look like, what are we going to measure for their success? If they're turning up on time, are we measuring how many appointments they're booking, how many people we're speaking to, what prospecting activities are going out in the marketplace? Because those are the dollar producing activities that is going to push that business forward. And also the really good leaders would set non-negotiables. There's a non-negotiable calling block. You have to be calling and prospecting. You have to be door knocking. You have to be sending out letters. If you're not doing these non-negotiable tasks and you just feel like you're going to succeed in real estate through luck, then you're just killing yourself. Some other non-negotiables are trying to book in at least 5 appointments every single week into the calendar. Other non-negotiables are making sure that we're doing enough training. So is that person doing 30 or 60 minutes of training? Are they doing video training, listening to audiobooks and trying to better their self-knowledge? Because if you're not going to better your self-knowledge, then how are you going to improve in the long term? All the top agents, they don't have time to train all the associates 8 hours a day. They can give them 5 or 10 minutes of knowledge. They need to spend the extra 30 minutes learning from all the other resources online. One last thing with expectations is having an accountability sheet. So every associate or person that you work with needs to have an accountability. How many call sessions are we doing per day? How many people are we speaking to? How many letters or flyers are we delivering every day? And then writing that number down every single day. Because if they can't do that simple task of writing down that at the end of the day, then how can they even get around to be doing their 20 or 30 connects every single day when they're speaking on the phone to potential clients? So get the basics first. Let's track our numbers. We can track them, then we can measure it. We measure it, then we can manage it and improve it in the future. Section 3, pay for effort, not entitlement. When talking about splits with real estate agents, it's important to realize that the signing up of the listing is the most valuable part in the team, is the lead agent's ability to list the property for sale. Because at the end of the day, once you've got the listing and the vendor's motivated, the property is going to sell quite easily. But collecting that data, nurturing those leads, booking it in, and then actually closing that client is one of the most high value skills that there is. And a lot of associates overvalue, they think it's easy, you just sign it up and people agree. But there's a lot more that goes behind the scenes to actually get a listing signed up. So what we recommend is for any associates coming on board is you can have various splits. Now, if it's their lead, their prospecting lead, they could range from 30, 40, 50% as a split, depending on the structure of the team. Now, if a team's quite big and they've got an admin assistant, they got heavily into marketing, then associates might take a bit on the lower side of the split because they're getting given leads and leads are being fed to them. But then if the leads are being fed to them, then of course the lead agent has to get a better split on their side. So they could be taking maybe 80 or 70%, while associates will get 20 or 30% to run the campaign, do the open homes, and get the property sold. So there's lots of different ways to work this out. And I'd say once an associate gets really good and they're able to sell the property, manage the whole campaign, do all the open homes, and you as the lead agent don't need to do any open homes and speak to any buyers that are not showing strong interest in the property, they become very valuable. And that's when you need to look at some sort of partnership agreement where you are almost getting similar type of pay based on the splits, because then they're more likely to stay, because it's easier to build on one central brand than keep on splitting up the brands between multiple different people. And lastly, section 4, when to push and when to let go. Keeping the wrong person costs more than replacing them. And this is where 30-day reviews are very important with associates, is to sit down with each of them and see what are their goals, what are we looking to achieve, and how can we help them achieve their goals. And if KPIs are not being kept up to date, then we need to decide why they're not being up to date, how can we get them up to date, and how can we keep that accountability strong. So the first thing that we do is, if KPIs and the numbers are not being achieved, firstly, we just need to be more structured when they're going to do the calls, when they're going to sit down and do appraisals, and when different tasks are going to happen through the day. Secondly, we do need to also increase the support. Do they need extra training? Do they know what to say, how to say it? By increasing that extra support means that they're more likely to succeed when we are giving them tips and recommendations. So we do need to decide quickly. If someone is repeatedly not keeping up to their KPIs, it's very important to make a decision. Is this right for my business or not? And make a decision based on the business point of view rather than personal. And you can say, look, this is our business that we are focused right here. This is our goal. Right now, the interests and the actions that you are doing right now are not aligned with our business goal. I don't think it's going to work out in the future. And it's probably best that we remain friends, but at the end of the day, this business relationship is probably going to end because we cannot hit our numbers that related to the business goal. And this is probably one of the toughest conversations you can have once you've built a relationship with someone. You really do like them, but sometimes it is necessary if it is the wrong type of person. And in the past, I've worked with people that have been the wrong type of people, and their goals didn't align with our goals and their actions didn't align with what we wanted. And that's fine. Like, some people don't work out, but we do need to let them down softly and say, look, we're here to make it as easy as possible to help them into that next role. So at the end of the day, they're also human. And if you create a very bad negative experience, they're going to go tell 10, 15 people, and then it creates a negative impression on you. So if their negative impression comes onto you, then everyone thinks, oh, this guy's he's a retard. He's not that good because he's created such a negative impression on that person that left. So at the end of the day, as leaders, we do need to remember that people do talk, and we're here to be that professional image to make sure that people are mentored into their success. And if you can't mentor them, put them in a position where they can achieve their goals on their own or in a different mentor's environment. So if you're thinking of building a team, it's important to learn about the different strategies and skills to grow a team. This video has given you that first step. If you want to learn more about how our business generated $4.2 million commission in the past 3 years, click the next video over here, and this will give you a good insight in terms of our systems, procedures, and how we achieved our success only within 3 years of selling.